Okay, so there's this one question that I have to ask for this first episode. What is it that you saw that I didn't see when you say we have to wait 30 minutes for a shot?
Finally, we're doing this. We've been talking about this for a long time, right?
For I think for a few years already.
Yeah, I've been always wanted to do this series.
But it's more because I've accumulated more experience to share. That's why there's more that I could talk about now. It's really for someone who has a partner who is passionate about photography and versus a partner who is not in the space at all, to share relatable experience of like going through what it's like with someone who enjoys taking pictures.
Yeah, we hope it'll become a series if you guys like it. But we're just intended to talk casually about, questions that Marisa, my wife, has about my photography journey.
And I assure you that this will not be like a trolling session of husbands where they will forever be banned from going out for taking pictures.
Yeah. Okay. Should we start?
Let's go.
Cool.
The first question that I've always had, or a very common phrase that I hear is, just one more minute. Whenever you're on a street or whenever you're turning a corner, wherever you are, like when we're traveling, it's always just one more minute. And that minute lasted for like an hour. The minute felt forever. And at the beginning, I sat there very patiently. And then as time went on, my genuine question is, what were you waiting for when you said, just give me a minute?
Oh, so in a very simple answer would be like, in that particular moment I saw something. So usually it's because of it's a very good light, or there's some story happening over there in terms of street photography, right? That's why I said I just want 1 or 2 minutes to get away to take pictures of that particular frame. But it's usually that's the perfect scenario, right? You saw something, you want to capture it. But however, if you just spend a little bit more time, observe what is happening there, there's a pattern, and you just want to take the second or third shots to make sure that you get the most ideal shots that I could in that.
But clearly situation. You were seeing something that I couldn't see.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's hypothetically, this is because obviously there's good days where there's sunshine, which I never understood where the light was supposed to hit. And then there's also rainy days where he still needed a minute to check something. So maybe tell me, like, on a sunny day, he's always forever hunting for lights. Like, what does that really mean?
There are a lot of different types of lighting. We got window lights, we got, perfect sunny day. But in certain situations, like a very harsh light weather, there's certain kind of shots that I want under that lighting conditions, and there's something that I have been looking for. Yeah.
What is harsh light?
So harsh light is usually happens on a particular time of that day will be the midday. Usually, the sun will be the strongest.
So when it comes on top of your head.
Yeah, and it creates the biggest contrast in your scene. So you get a very you got more layers in your photos. So you got brighter surface and you've got a darker shadows. So it creates distinctive layers in your photos.
But is harsh light a condition where you would enjoy taking more pictures, or you prefer it's less harsh?
It depends. It depends on the places that I'm going. Depends on the countries that we're traveling in.
What happens when it's closer to sunset time? Like, what are the types of photos that you guys can capture more?
So I'm very particular with light, as you know, that in the morning time the light is usually softer because the sun rises in certain angles that you get a very nice angle of sunlight. That's why people love traveling to Japan. They got a better angle of light. But in Hong Kong it's different, so you get different kind of shots. But Hong Kong is very busy and crowded, so you can play with the lights that you have surrounding reflection from the buildings. So this is what you get in the morning or in the afternoon. But at night, lights can be more constant because there are a lot of artificial light in Hong Kong that you can make use of, from maybe vending machines or to billboards, etc. So you get to look for things differently in different conditions.
Do you prefer taking pictures in daylight or at night?
Usually I prefer at night because I like night photography in general. I think it's just something that built inside the deepest part of my heart is that I like Hong Kar-wai movies. I like cinematic movies. So whenever it comes to cinematic kind of vibe or mood, I try to do it at night. And sometimes I'll just do it together with friends and maybe create some sort of shots that last time I think a group of us that we just drove up to the peak and do that misty shots that it's very foggy at night, but however you get certain mood that just reminds me of one of the very great photographer, Gregory Cruson. Yeah.
I'm glad you admitted to the camera that you like nighttime more, because as a partner, I'm blessed that I enjoy reading. So I usually bring my Kindle and I walk with him anywhere and everywhere. But you do start to feel when an hour starts to kick in, you're like, oh, I'm so under the sun. Imagine standing there with a roll of film stuck.
Yeah.
And then he goes into this panic and you're like, it's very hot. That's a very interesting day out. But actually one thing that I've really learned from him of using light, how you capture something or a person or an object right between where a sunbeams comes down. I think I'm trying to get the grasp of that as we travel or as we walk around the streets. Like I am a lot more aware of where I see the lights hit, and be it a shadow or a contrast of color, I'm picking that up with either my iPhone or my Class S, which is the favorite film camera, but then I don't know any of the settings, so it's just auto. Sometimes it turns out great, sometimes it doesn't, but at least I'm seeing the lights and I'm trying to capture that.
I have to confess that she's a better photographer. Not sometimes, always. She sees a lot of things that I just maybe sometimes focus on something in that specific scene, right? She could zone out a little bit, step back to reminds me the beginning of my photography.
Show me pictures of what harsh lights versus very early morning lights would look like to give a better, to help better visualize that.
So this one, I think maybe you remember that I just walked away while you guys are walking back to the entrance of the castle in Ghana. So while they were walking back, I saw this because I kind of want a clean geometry lights. So that day was extremely hot. I was sweating from head to toes. You can see that the lights look soft in this image, but however it's extremely direct and strong. The way that using lights could give you separations from the highest, which is the brightest area that you can see at the bottom and along the stairs, and the shadows. So you get a lot of different layers in this photos.
Yeah, this was taken at Ghana, Cape Coast, correct?
Yeah.
Cape Coast, a slave castle, which Reggie, a very good friend of ours, took us there. And just look at the sky. There's no cloud on it, so it was definitely a very harsh morning.
And the second one I want to show you is
I like the other one.
This one? Okay.
This one.
Okay. So she likes this one, but I like the other one, so this is normal.
We'll show you both and you guys can tell us which one you like more.
Yeah.
The reason I like this is I like how the front foreground, it's dark. Probably something was blocking the sun, and then how the person on top of it just really stood out. Like that's how the reason why I like this. But we can go to the one you like more.
Okay. So this one is probably what I like more. It's mainly because of the flying bit of the cloth.
Almost
on top.
looking at it, I feel the breeze again
Yeah.
from that coast.
In the foreground, that you can see the details of the wooden boat and the cloth that I just mentioned flying, and at the back, which is the weather conditions that we have, the harsh light. Yeah.
I like this too. So these are the two harsh light ones that you want to show us.
Yeah.
How about early mornings? Like, what are the differences?
Maybe go with this. It's one of my favorite.
I really like this one too.
Yeah. I just made a post about Sham Shui Po in Hong Kong. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods, especially in the morning. So a lot of people just unloading goods.
What time did you go? How early is it?
7 a.m. in the morning.
Arrived there at 7. Okay.
Yeah. So that day I shot with Kevin, just me and Kevin. Yeah. And we just thought that maybe it would be interesting to go there before receiving the harsh light in the afternoon. I think morning has a little bit more softer look on the image, but you can see that in this image the shadows. So these are the mailboxes. You can already see the angle of the sunlight pointing towards these mailboxes, and you can see how defined the light is, but it's already a little bit soft in that morning in Hong Kong. Yeah.
How long did you guys wait to just get this shot?
Oh, I didn't really wait long. Not as short as what you mentioned, like 1 minute. I think
You
like,
mentioned it. 1 minute is your
Yeah.
quote. The famous sentence is just 1 more minute.
I
He
think,
just moved on.
I think 5 minutes. I think this guy just walked past, and I think he's a very interesting subject. And I don't want to showcase all of his faces because his face appearance, because I want to give a little bit more mysterious look to him, and I just want to preserve his skin tone a little bit tan, and the mailbox just fits perfectly with his silhouette. I always like the outline of people's face.
Yeah, what really caught me is how defined his side view is from the hair, and then you see the nose and then the curves with the I just like how it's shown.
And the color tone, this mint green and the darker green on the left hand side, is actually what I like about Sham Shui Po, because the MTR station itself is green. So it's kind of
So it's the
representing that.
original color of the wall that's
Yeah,
giving out
yeah.
with the light.
Yeah. So it's kind of representing that neighborhood, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the second one?
Second one is this uncle walking towards the left hand side of the image, and you can see that the left hand side is bright and the right hand side is dark. It's mainly because in Hong Kong there are a lot of buildings that lights just peep through different angles, and that's interesting how we do photo walks in Hong Kong.
I wouldn't know how to describe it, but I like how majority of his upper body is with the light shining, but one of the leg, which is as he walk is behind. It just gives it's almost as if he's walking into a portal or walking into a different world. That's kind of the vibe that I got.
And a small detail is I frame him with the door at the back.
With the door at the back. Oh yes.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that was
on purpose.
intentional.
Yeah, intentional.
Well, he say that's intentional.
Yeah.
That's intentional. How long did you wait for this shot?
Of course. I forgot.
So having seen the 4 pictures, now I get a better understanding of what you're trying to chase.
Yep.
When we're on the street. Whereas like in real world, I'm just chasing his back because he just walks, suddenly just run away or disappeared, and I'm just like busy chasing him. This might sound like a silly question, but wide lights. Like, what's the love in having good lights of taking pictures?
Well, I think it's back to how and when I first learned photography properly in Australia. That's where I met Frankie, which is my mentor on photography, and he taught me a lot about lighting and how to see light. So that I guess that's the moment how I build up on checking on different lightings. Yeah, and if you're interested, I'll put a link on below, because there's an app that I think very useful. It's called Shade app. Yeah, I think that's how you can check a lot of because there are just too many tall buildings in Hong Kong, where you can actually see when and what time the lights will pass through certain alleys, and that would be interesting for me to go there in a particular time. Well, there are a lot of questions that I am still waiting her to ask me.
I have loads.
Okay, let's keep it short and join us next time.